who is the final year scholar of Bachelors of Ayurveda Medicine and Surgery from National College of Ayurveda, Hisar, Haryana. She had amazing experiences with plants. She is an amazing personality, a beautiful speaker, and a craft lover. On her every birthday, she plants a tree and takes care of it. And today, she will be sharing with us the beads of knowledge of the book Causal Body and Ego by Arthur E. Powell. So, without wasting any time, I would like to invite Dr. Ishita Chugh to please take over the stage and start her presentation. Ma'am.
Thank you so much, Kathy ma'am, for introducing me so well. A very warm good evening to all the beautiful souls gathered here. I am ISHITA CHUGH, final year student from National College of Ayurveda, Barwala. Firstly, I would like to thank Dr. Sangeeta ma'am for giving me this platform. Thank you so much, ma'am. Let me share my screen now. As Kathy ma'am previously told you that we will discuss on the book The Causal Body and the Ego. So there is a story behind this, or you can say a experience why I choose this book. Actually, when I was preparing for my finals in 2018, during that time at evening, we usually walked through Herbal Garden in our campus in order to get recharged as we just got frustrated. So after walking through all, when I come across to exit gate, I suddenly feel energized and I can't assess what is there at that place from which I got lot of energy. This continues for 4 days. Then, on fifth day, I decided to get entered in Herbal Garden from the exit gate, and I feel the same energy level which I used to get after 30-minute walk in the garden. Then I conclude that the plant planted in this area impart effect on me. But there are three types of plant. One is Java plum, next is of cannabis, and third one is of bohemia. Then a new confusion arises that influences me. Then next day, I found a book named Nakshatra Vatika in our college library. And suddenly our librarian asked me that in which department I should keep this book. And I usually generally open that book and that actually to see that actually in which department it should kept. And when I opened that book, on that page itself I found jamon tree or java plum, you can say, affect the person whose name starts with alphabet I, V, E and U. Then I got to know that among three it is java plum which impart effect on me. After sharing this with ma'am, I got 2 points. One is mini gods of plants, and second one is nakshatra wise plant. Then, in order to get about mini gods, I come across with the book Causal Body and the Ego. Let me give you a brief introduction about Arthur Paul. Arthur Paul, born on September 27, 1882, at Plasbrand near Newtown, Wales. Later, he immigrated to US. Paul was a vegetarian and promoted abstinence from alcohol, coffee, meat, tea, and tobacco. He was a theosophist whose books were published in early 1990s. He studied major esoteric work of C.W. Leadbeater and Annie Besant. So there are some other titles by author: the etheric double, the astral body, and the mental body. And in sequence of these three, causal body comes on fourth number. If we go for etheric double, Etheric double is pranmay kosh or vehicle of pran. Every solid, liquid, gaseous particle of physical body is surrounded with an etheric envelope. Hence, the etheric double, as its name implies, is perfect duplicate of dense form. In size, it projects about 1/4 of an inch beyond skin. In Raj Yoga, the etheric double and dense body together are known as Sthul Utpatti or lowest upadhi of Atma. Next, in astral body of man is vehicle. Unlike the physical body, surrounded by an aura of flashing color, composed of matter of an order of fineness higher than that of physical matter, in which feeling, passion, desires, emotions are expressed, and which act as bridge or medium of transmission between physical brain and mind. In mental body, we shall have to consider the mental bodies as the vehicle through which the self manifests as concrete intellect, in which are developed the power of mind, including those of memories and imagination, and which in later stage of man's evolution serve as separate and distinct vehicle of consciousness, in which man can live and function quite apart from both his physical and his astral body. As I previously told you, there are four books in series of Orthripol. So now last in series, that is causal body and ego. Let me give a brief introduction about causal body and ego so that we can proceed further. This book formed the fourth and the last of the series of compilation dealing with the bodies of men. Approximately 40 volumes, mostly those written by Annie Besant, C.W. Leadbeater, have been searched. The material thus found has been sorted, arranged, and classified into appropriate department for better understanding. In addition, there has been incorporated a considerable amount of information regarding the planes of or world associated with four bodies of man, that is etheric body, astral body, mental body and the causal body. About two-third diagrams are original and rest are modified somewhat for exhibiting a clear-cut picture to reader for better grasping. This compilation is carried out in continuation with three previous volumes, that is etheric double, astral body and the mental body. When he got to know about the causal body of man, then according to him, this is a big step toward the evolution of man. Then he got the etheric, astral, and mental body, particularly resides for one incarnation. But causal body is immortal. This causal body remains same for all incarnation, whether they are 10 or they are 10,000. But actually, we can say causal body is relative immortal because for whatever time period human evolution continues, this causal body stays. But when evolution, basically human evolution completes and soul enters into superhuman, then causal body leaves the body. In today's session we are going to discuss that how individual souls develop, how evolution carried out from mineral group soul, or you can say how the journey goes on in order to attain the main destination, that is individual soul. Along with this we are going to discuss what are the impact of external environment, or you can say impact of human on development of individual soul. So we begin with group soul. Group souls. So basically, there are seven main triad which are different from one another. These seven triad differentiate and finally converted into seven primary group souls. Then they again divide, subdivide, and form many group souls in different kingdom. These seven primary group souls evolve parallelly. They never combine with each other. These primary group souls appear as vague, filmy form floating in the great ocean of matter, as balloon might float in the sea. They are seen first on mental plane, becoming more clear outline on the astral plane, and still more so on the physical plane. In general, these primary group soul differentiate and after division, subdivision, and finally convert in individual unit or soul. Group soul, which exist in mineral, vegetable, and animal kingdom, thus represent intermediate stage leading up to complete differentiation into separate human entities or unit. Hence, in these three kingdoms, that is mineral, vegetable, or animal, we do not find one soul in a block of mineral or a plant or an animal. Instead of this, we find one block of life. It we may use such term and solving a vast quantity of mineral substance, a large number of plant or trees or a number of animal had one soul, means they live in one group soul. For making it clear, let me give you an example. Suppose you have a glass full of water. Okay, that glass full of water have millions of atom or molecules of water. Take this glass full of water as one group soul. Then, if we pour some water in another vessel, but actually this is portion of water belong to that glass. If we add any color or you can say any food color in the water we poured in another vessel, then this attain color. That means that is having a experience. Finally, this colored water had to mix in that glass, then the whole water attain that color. Similar action takes place in case of group souls. Uh, Let me give you an example. If you hit a single honeybee, then the whole group come to hit you back because they all have a common soul. I hope you get a little idea regarding group soul. Now we take group soul one by one. Firstly, mineral group soul. As you can see in diagram, there is a wall or envelope which is three layered. So the outermost layer formed from physical atomic matter. Middle one is from astral essence and innermost layer is from mental essence. Okay, we can see several blocks beneath the ring like structure. So the block which is represented by A, after having experience returning to its parents, which continue supply energy, as we can say, this block, this ring like structure continuously supply energy to all the blocks. So the soul content of A again merges in parent, and whatever experiences A feels, that same feeling other blocks can feel. Here, the consciousness first arises in mineral kingdom. After so many experiences, the consciousness whether feel pleasure or pain, and that repeated feeling create a rough distinction between I or I not, or me or me not, and slowly experiences accumulate, and I factor deeply accumulated and decide whether to evolve further or not. So whatever experience it have, further same evolution takes place. Next, let us take about vegetable group soul. As mineral group soul is three layer packed, just like it, vegetable group soul is two layer packed. As you can see, outer layer is formed from astral atomic matter and inner one is formed from mental elemental essence. The physical layer of mineral mental elemental essence, the physical layer of mineral group soul disappears because that layer is absorbed by the content of group soul in order to make their etheric body strong. Similarly, with mineral group soul, we find a block termed as A. Now here, author try to exhibit some of plant, which again merges into parent body with all their gathered experience, which also felt by other associated plant, according to which evolution carried out. So whatever experience one plant have, either of cruelty, love, compassion, they took their experience and further move for evolution and evolve with that character. Now we are one more step close to our human evolution. Now we will discuss about animal group soul. Similarly to mineral and plants, animals also lives in group. Only difference is that now the envelope is single layered. which is enriched with mental elemental essence. Here, astral layer is absorbed. Same for strengthening purpose. Animal receive many experiences during journey of evolution till having animal life in animal group soul. Again and again, group soul divide until eventually each lower triad possesses its own separate envelope. The triad is still within the enveloping case of elemental essence which protect and nourishing it. It is drawing near to individualization, and term group soul is no longer strictly applicable to it. It is a single lower triad which has separate off from the group to which previously it belonged. As you can see, fission takes place, that wall form and it divided into two separate ring like structure, you can say. Now one type of animal reside in one so that they can differentiate further. Large number of higher domestic animal have reached this stage and have really become separate entities, incarnation in a succession of animal body, although they have not as yet of course attained to possession of causal body. That is the true mark of individualization. There is an analogy between animal when it is approaching toward individualization and human antenatal life. The animal at this stage corresponds to the last 2 months of human fetus. Let me explain you in a detail. Now, it is known that a 7-month child may be born and may survive, but it will be stronger, healthier, more vigorous if it profit yet another 2 months by its mother shielding and nourishing life. As you can see in the slide, baby born at 7 months and he is alive and lead his life, but he is not that much healthy and suffers with diseases again and again, as you can see in the left side. Let me clear it. It is not necessary to happen with every premature child, but yes, it happens with majority of child that they don't lead a healthy life. So it is also better for the normal development of ego too, that it should not burst too soon the envelope of group soul, but should remain within it, still absorbing life through it and strengthening from its constituent, the finest part of its own mental body. When that mental body has reached the limit of growth possible under this shielded condition, then the time is ripe for individualization to takes place. Similarly, here it is depicted that dog, because of love and possessive nature of his owner, the dog decided to individualize, but he is not that much developed so that he can attain and lead a life of human, which is so full of so much trouble. No, the development of child may be unhealthily forced, and individualization of animal thus be hasted out due to time. It is obviously far better to let an animal develop naturally until it fully ready for individualization than to force it artificially and cause it to become an individual before it is really ready to stand by itself and live in the world as a separate human entity. We may note two factors at work. The emotion and thought of man act constantly upon those animal and tend to raise him to a higher level both emotionally and intellectually. The animal, if kindly treated, develops devoted affection for his human friend and also unfold his intellectual power in trying to understand that friend and anticipated his wishes. Am I
Yes, Ishita.
audible? Okay, this picture can illustrate what I want to say. As you can see in the figure, the mineral kingdom. Firstly, mineral kingdom is shown of full width in denser part of physical plane, showing that the life there, such as it has full control over the denser physical matter, but the band grows steadily narrower as it mount up through the etheric subplane, indicating that control over etheric matter is not yet perfectly developed. The small point penetrating into the astral plane indicates that a little consciousness work through astral matter. This consciousness is the beginning of desires expressed in mineral kingdom as chemical affinity. Similarly, in the next band representing the vegetable kingdom, vegetable kingdom has full width in whole of physical plane, dense as well as etheric. The portion representing astral consciousness, of course, much larger because desire is much more fully developed in vegetable than in mineral kingdom. Next, in animal kingdom, the band shows that there is full development in lowest astral subplane, showing that animal is capable to of experience of fullest possible extend the lower desire, but the narrowing of band through the higher subplane shows that his capacity for higher desire is much more limited. It also shows that there is already a development of intelligence which needs mental matter for its expression, while the band representing the human kingdom is seen to be full width up to the lowest level of mental plane, indicating that up to that level his reasoning faculty is fully developed. As we get the reasoning faculty is fully developed, then it is man who can either prove itself as asset to society or a liability to society. I don't want to get you people confused that previously she discussed about group soul and now this this both concept exhibiting the same feature, that it is a man, it is a man who created a better world for future generation. We have and we should love each and every entity from mineral to animal, as their experiences give rise to a new soul or a new individual, which further serves the community. If during the course of evolution one always have very good experience, then definitely individual develop with very good character. And if you want to please, and let me give you example, if you want to please 2 3 or 4 people, let us take 4 people or 4 individual, then you have to work all of them individually. But if you shower your love only on single plant, then all the plant in that group receive and that same experience of love, and evolution process of all those plant enhanced, and we get that enhanced individual, which leads to creation of better earth than at presently we have. There are only some little efforts which we can take in order to please plant and animals and mineral, that we should not over exploit them, as we pluck a lot of leaves or flowers from plant which we want, even there is use of only 2 or 3, but we pluck so many leaves, or we rudely behave with our pets or express too much love or too much compassion to them, and many more such things we do very gradually and casually. We must be aware that what we are going to do with our plants, animals, and how we get that these themselves become an individual which serve the community further. And let me make it clear that this is not the conclusion of the book Causal Body and Ego. This is some points from the book and conclusion which I conclude from that point. Thank you, and I hope you don't feel boredom and get what I want to convey. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ishita, for beautifully explaining this beautiful book, Causal Body and the Ego. the soul development, the soul development from group souls to an individual souls, from mineral level to vegetable level to animal level and to human level. Because we generally don't understand or the evolution or the souls of the animals, of the plants. We just think them they are the pets and they are the plants. We don't take care of them ourselves, like ourselves. We just into an individual so that they can take care about their experiences, so that they can be a very responsible soul for themselves. And also you gave the examples of pets, that we love them with whole compassion. Along with the pets, we should vicinity very well. Thank you so much, Ishita, for such an amazing book. And I will request Sangeeta ma'am to please come up and share her words of wisdom.
Thank you. Thank you, Khyati. Thank you, Ishita. Wonderful presentation you have given, Ishita, and you explained about group souls and about the individual soul. And I have read this book, I think 7 or 6 years back when I was uh, uh, working with some animals or in with the animal kingdom. So that you explained that about the group souls. So everyone, I think we have to understand the meaning of group souls. Like Ishita also explained that if we cut one plant, or we if we just pluck one leaf, the whole body or the surrounding plants are get affected of that pain. So if we are cutting the plants, or we are plucking the plants, so first we have to think that is there any need to cut the plants, if there is any need to pluck the plants for, okay, for food, but not for in a pleasure way, or not for in a in a sometimes we use in the some party sessions or the marriage purpose, and so many like celebrations we use the plants. So I think in my view it is not the right way to use the plants. So because they are the group souls, and the group souls having the extra sensory perceptions, and extrasensory perceptions is something that we are having, like the physical body, and as well as the astral body, as well as the mental body. So the mental body, not mental body, the mental layer is developed surrounding the plant kingdom, in each plant. So the first in the mineral kingdom, the physical and the astral, and then it is more evolved, that consciousness, when the consciousness is evolved more, then the plant kingdom having the physical, astral, and then the mental layer. So mental layer is something, the more mental evolved is next to the animal kingdom. So step by step our consciousness evolves slowly and slowly. That is the involution, and that is the evolution. The evolution of the soul is towards the mineral, to the human. Like we are evolving our consciousness slowly and slowly. So if we cut, or if we kill animals, like for for eating purpose, so it is not the right path, or it is not the right way to, because if we kill one animal, so in the surrounding, that the common soul get affected, whatever the in surrounding animals, they feel pain. If like I have cut in my finger, the my whole body feels pain. So in the same way, if we cut one animal, so in the group souls, the common soul, they are uh, collaborated with each other, they are attached with each other. So the all animals get pain in everyone body. So that's why the group souls concept in told by Arthur Paul is wonderfully he explained in this book, The Causal Body and the Ego. Even when I was going through the astral body and the mental body of his book, also he explained at the mental level, because the animals are having the more developed soul, and some animals are chosen or they are having the more developed soul at the mental level, so then they jumped into the individual soul. Like for example, the domestic animals. So Ishita, little bit, she has just touched that subject, that when we become the individualized soul. So like from group soul, when the group soul is prepared to be individualized from domestic animal to human kingdom. So like cat or dog or cows or camel, horse, these are the group souls. They are they prepare themselves to be individualized in the next in the human kingdom. So this is a long process of the universe or the cosmos. This is the long mathematics, and according to the mathematics of the cosmos, we start from the mineral kingdom. Uh, Even the mineral kingdom, before that, the mineral kingdom, there is a elemental kingdom. So the elemental kingdom, now we are having the elemental kingdom. Now we are having the many gases surrounding us. So the elemental kingdom, then the mineral kingdom, the very small consciousness, and after that the plant kingdom, the more little bit evolved consciousness, and then the animal kingdom, and then the human kingdom. The human kingdom is having the individualized soul. Individualized soul is something when the law of karma uh, is like the beginning of the law of karma. Before that, in the animal kingdom, there is no law of karma, because they have not they are having the mental layers, not the mental bodies. So we are having the physical body, and then the astral body, then mental body, and then the